And Andy, I want to take this back to the Charlie Kirk assassination from last week because, there do seem to be connections between the ideology, as you suggested already, between the Kirk killing and Antifa ideology, but you have also revealed that one Antifa chapter has actually put out a report saying that the killing makes things more difficult for them. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so in the immediate hours in first 2 days after the assassination, all of the Antifa all around the world were celebrating. And they were celebrating not just that Mr. Kirk was assassinated, but that somebody with his views was killed. And therefore they felt that it was emblematic, or he was representing the views of people maybe like you and I. However, from reading that after action report out of an Antifa group in Oregon, they were surprised at the unity in the backlash and anger at what happened. And they did not expect, for example, that people who posted support for the assassination on social media or wherever were then fired from their positions. They didn't expect that previously apolitical institutions, businesses issued, some of them, statements of support for Mr. Kirk's family. They really thought that this would be just another killing that would just be either ignored by the media or that people could continue celebrating it on the left and nothing would happen. So they're quite concerned, and they are discussing ways for how to sabotage the right now, because they really fear that the pendulum changing, and that they've been able to thrive in an environment for years where they can dehumanize the opposition, call them Nazis, fascists, and therefore worthy of death. And they've had that tool and power with, unfortunately, support from rhetoric from Democrats, and they're afraid of losing that.
And finally, Andy, and I think you're absolutely right about that, because I think from, the Obama administration, at least on, there was always this rhetoric dehumanizing people on the right. And so who's surprised where this has all landed? But finally, I just want to ask you more about the FBI investigation into some of the potential links between Charlie Kirk's alleged killer and some other groups and some of these radical queer groups and so on. I know the FBI is looking at Discord users who may have known about the killing. Would they have had connections to Antifa? And what is this Discord platform that I think maybe people, who just sort of know X and Facebook aren't familiar with?
It's an app where you can communicate with people. There are a lot of gamers on it, and you can create private channels where you can invite people in, and it's not public. It's not like posting something on Facebook or X where everybody can see it. This is people who join the group are invited, and it's curated within the channel. So from the leaks to the press about the chats in at least one of the known Discord channels that the suspect was in, that one was mostly apolitical. It was about gaming. We don't know the full extent of which other channels he may be a part of. And my overall sense of the picture that's emerged in Mr. Robinson is that he was a lone wolf type figure. And actually that is the ideal candidate for Antifa to radicalize.
Andy, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much. You're a great fighter for the truth, and you've really put yourself on the line on this. And you've got a great book out at the moment, a New York Times bestseller, as I said, called Unmasked, all about Antifa's radical plan to destroy democracy. Go out, check that out, and take a look at Andy's Substack as well. Thank you so much for your time, Andy.